Blendable Sound Video 2 by Laurel Colgate. The physical production of sound into a systematic, organized sound system is called phonics. Phonics for the English language is comprised of individual sounds called phonemes. There are approximately 44 different phonemes with slight phonic variations of the sounds called allophones that comprise our speech-to-print alphabetical language. Our alphabet is comprised of 26 consonants and vowels. The articulation of different phonemes is dependent upon the part of the oral cavity that the articulator that produces specific sounds. Movable parts through muscle action of our lips, tongue, upper alveolar ridge, soft palate, pharynx, and mandible or jaws. The two fixed articulators are our hard palate and our teeth. The articulators and the place and manner of articulation determines the different production sounds that produce our phonemes. The place of articulation and the phonemes are as follows. The bilabial is a place of articulation pertaining to the two lips, and the bilabial consonants are p, pi, bi, my. The labial dental is a place of articulation involving the lower lips and the upper teeth. The sounds are f for veer and f for fear. The interdental is a place of articulation involving the tongue, tips, of the teeth. The tongue, tip, and the teeth. The sound is th for thaw. The alveolar is a place of articulation pertaining to the alveolar ridge and the alveolus. Alveolar consonants are formed with the tongue against the alveolar ridge. T, tu, d, do, s, su, z, zoo, n, nu, and lu. The palatal is a place of articulation pertaining to the palatal area which lies behind the alveolar ridge. Palatal sounds are formed with the tip or blade of the tongue against the hard palate. Sh, rush, z, rouge, ch, rich, raw, jaw, and idge, bridge. The velar is a place of articulation pertaining to the upper surface of the hard and soft palate. The velar consonants are formed with the dorsum of the tongue against the velar surface, also known as dorsal sounds. K, rack, k, rag, rang, which, and one. The glottal is a place of articulation pertaining to the glottis or the vocal folds. A glottal consonant is formed by vocal folds. High. Sonorant sounds are all continuous airflow with a minimum interference and can be classified and differentiated. They include stops, where airflow is stopped completely for just a short period of time. They include three voiced and unvoiced pairs. For butt and rabbit, for pay and supper, t for tail and butter, d for doll and ad, k for back and boutique, and g for go and egg. Fricatives have a partially obstructed and air is forced through a narrow space. F for fan, off, f for vine and savvy, for this and thin, S for say and miss, Z for buzz and scissors. Affricates are produced with a stop closure, then immediate release of air. K for cut, Y for yes and hallelujah, edge and etch. Then you have liquids, and they are U for little, island, and for rhyme and wrong. Obstruents consist of non-nasal stops, fricatives, and affricates. Now, there are 16 vowel sounds that are distinguished from each other by the dimensions of the tongue position, front, mid, and back, and the tongue height, high and low, as depicted on the chart for discovering the vowels. Vowels that do not fit on the progression of the vowel chart are diphthongs. They glide in the middle. The mouth position shifts. These are oi for boy, oil for boil, ow for now, and ow for cloud. As we start, the top upper left, which is our front smile, starts with a high front and then goes to low, and also our sounds go from front to back. Tense E is C or B. Lax I is I for sit and bit. Tense A is A for favor, steak. Lax E is pet, and it's et, so it's pet and said. Lax A, sat, and have. Tense I, time, mild. Lax O for lax is for fox and watch. Now that entails our movement of our mouth into sort of a circular O. As we start back up, that O closes back up with a lax U, for butt and love, aw for saw and walk, tense O for sew and coat, lax double O, which is oo, for book and wolf. Lax O is for book and wolf, and tense U is U for hoot and blue. That comprises the 16 vowel sounds plus our consonants to produce our 14 basic phonemes in our English language pronunciation. Thank you very much.